Hey, it's me again, continuing our series about watching TV like a pro, how watching television can actually help you write better scripts. That's the theme of every video in this series. And I hope you're enjoying it because I'm enjoying sharing some of these things with you that I can't get out of my head now that I know them from being in the industry. You can't unknow what you know. So today's portion of this is all about the leads, the characters who are leads in your show and how they get the best stuff. Now, you might say that it's just logical that those people who are the main people in your series are going to get the best stuff, the juiciest whatever, the juiciest conflict, the juiciest action, the juiciest emotional scenes, and that could go without saying. However, I'm here to talk about it in terms of your writing, because one of the things that I've discovered by being a TV writer is not only do you have the people who are the number one on the call sheet, makes complete sense. You have those people getting the juiciest stuff. But why is that? Number one, you're really investing in those people, right? Literally investing in those people. The studio, the network, all of those people have decided that the salary of that number one on the call sheet means that they're investing a lot of financial capital in that particular person. That particular person might be a celebrity, might be a movie star, might be the next big thing, but they're good enough as an actor to be awarded the lead, and the network, the studio, they want to protect the asset of that particular person. So certainly they want that person to have a lot of juicy screen time because literally they are paying for it. And that's one of the reasons why your lead is going to get the most juicy stuff. So in your own pilot, if you're creating something from whole cloth that doesn't yet have actors in it, you really want to make sure that the character you say is the lead is getting the juicy stuff. Because if you say there's a character who's the lead and his mother, his sister, brother, cousin, wife is getting all the juicy stuff, then the question becomes, from a professional lens, why not make the mother, sister, wife the lead of your show as opposed to this person who you say ostensibly is the lead? So you want to give that person the juicy stuff, and you're going to see that echoed all the time in the professional stuff that you watch if you're watching TV like a writer. The second thing I want to say too is, if there's a juicy guest star, let's say there's somebody on the show who's never been on the show before, but that person is a movie star, a famous person, a politician, whatever, a rapper, a singer, that person too is going to get really juicy stuff. Again, because the network and studio, the streamer, whoever they are, they want to spotlight that person in a way that's going to feel respectful to who that person is, respectful to their audience, draw in new people, right? So you wouldn't bring in, for the most part, a really famous actor or somebody who's drawing an audience and give them a tiny part or have them say one line or 5 lines or 2 lines or 6 lines. You really want to give them some juicy stuff. So notice that too as you watch TV, how the writers of whatever you're watching have a deep awareness of this because it literally goes to the investment that the studio and networks are taking. So again, be careful in your own pilots as you're writing stuff. If you've got a featured character, right, who you know in your imagination would be a famous person, or would be the second lead or whatever, you really want to give them juicy stuff rather than, giving it to the 5th lead or the nurse who happens to be standing there or the bystander. It's pretty logical, but you really see this played out as you watch TV. And it's really important to internalize that so you can use it in your own work. So that's one of the ways that we can improve your work simply by watching TV and recognizing that the leads get the juicy stuff. Now you know why a little bit, and you can incorporate that into your process. If you have comments or thoughts, leave them below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.